Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Tuesday, June the 18th, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Before I go into the video here, I just want to touch base with you guys with a couple things here. Real quick, if you have not been to the website yet, I posted a live trading video of a trade that we took today in our chat room of WLT, which you can see which you can see how we manage the trade, how we put the trade on, and how we managed our risk in the trade, and how we just recognize different scenarios and things that we're setting up in the trade, reading the price action on the tape, picking the targets, a whole bunch of other good stuff. So go check it out if you want to see some of the stuff that we do in our live trading room, mywallstreettv.com. And at the same time, if you would like to get access to our live trading room, you can go to wallstreettrading.com and fill out the form on the right-hand side, and you will get the email. You will get an email with the credentials to log into the room sent to you within a matter of 2 minutes or so after you fill the form out. So aside from that, folks, today was a very good day. We were expecting the top side of the markets today. We told everybody in the chat room that if we were to break over 1638 and then 1640, we have a potential to hit 1647 today, and we actually hit that target on the ES. We actually hit a high today of 1648.75 today. So that worked out pretty well, and you can see the ES action here on the left-hand side real quick before I go over the SPY. You can see the ES action. We broke this little trend line resistance right here, and looks like we're going to try to head back up towards these 1655s. Again, we had the Fed FOMC meeting that started today, and then tomorrow is going to be the big day where we actually have the press conference with Ben Bernanke, where he tells us pretty much what's going on, and the notes pretty much reads us his notes and everything. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's something positive, and they don't say nothing too crazy that kind of shakes out the people that are going to be watching the language that he's going to be speaking when he talks about the quantitative easing. And if that doesn't come out bad as far as what he says, then we could definitely be expecting a nice little break. All right, a nice little continuation move from today's action back up towards maybe 167 on the SPY. You guys see here we closed at 165.73 on the SPY, which was up $1.29 today, and next resistance level that we have on the map is up here towards 167, a little bit around this 168 and around this 169 area. One level that we've been watching in this stock, of course, is this key 164 level. That's been the level that they've been chopping, everybody up around here. If we could finally hold above 164 and get some consecutive higher closes, which today we have a consecutive higher close today, as you can see down here at the bottom of the chart. If we get another third consecutive higher close, well, then we may be starting that new uptrend to go back up towards those highs. All right, you got to respect the fact that we're still holding this little key trend line of support, and we actually didn't even go down to the trend line. The past 2 weeks of selling, we went to the 50-day simple moving average and held that 2 times. And now we're back above these short-term, excuse me. And now we're back above these short-term moving averages there. So that's how the SPY is looking. If we take a look at the ES, because I want to see how these trend lines are looking that I showed you guys from yesterday. Remember, we were watching this little trend line down here. We're watching the same thing as the SPY, of course, watching this little compression pattern. All right, and so far it looks like we have broken above this trend line. But then again, we want to see him take out a pivot level, which we have to take out this pivot right here, take out this little pivot up here, and take out this pivot, and we could, say that we're back continuation for uptrend. So we'll see how that plays out. That's the SPY. Taking a look at the triple Qs, the NASDAQ 100 ETF. All right, and real quick, I did not get a chance to go over the numbers today. Sorry about that. The Dow Jones was up 138 points. The NASDAQ was up 30 points. And the S&P 500 was up close to 13 points. We had 4,237 issues advancing on the NYSE, NASDAQ, and the AMEX. We had 1,885 issues declining on the NYSE, NASDAQ, and the AMEX. So breadth was in favor of the bulls, close to a 3-to-1 if I'm not mistaken, maybe off a little bit. But breadth was in favor of the bulls, and we could see that across the day. Another day where the broad market was up across the different sectors here. So anyway, the triple Qs here came back, like I explained the other day, hit that key trend line that we've been tracking on it there, and a little compression pattern action going on here. And so far, looks like we're trying to break to the top side of this little squeeze compression pattern we have here. So if that holds, again, we're going to get some buyers that are going to trigger along that are going to buy this market. If we trigger over this 73.83 level or trigger over the 74, as that probably would give a nice little signal for us to trade back up towards the 75. So keep an eye on the triple Qs. They're looking pretty good. The technology stocks are looking good. I've been preaching to you guys for the past 2 weeks or so to watch this Amazon ever since it held this little 50% line of our channel. All right, and you can see how that's played out. All right, pulled back to the trend line. Sorry, real quick, 1 second. Pulled back to the broken trend line resistance right here on the breakout. Back test held, and now we're moving right back up. Told you guys to watch this one yesterday, and now it's looking like it wants to go back up here to these highs and break out over 285. All right, volume's not picking up heavy in the stock right now, but you can see volume was picking up a little bit back here. We want to see a nice little volume pop when we do get that breakout, if we get that breakout. All right, so Amazon, again, another stock in the technology sector that you definitely want to keep an eye on. And there's some other names out there. DirecTV did pretty well today. I've been having this one on my watch list, for the past couple of weeks. This guy even took it off from the watch list from when it did this little breakout back here from a couple of weeks ago. But even this one today has a nice little pattern on it here, and it broke over this 62.50 area. So looks like it wants to start heading its way back up towards 65.50. So keep this one on watch. I'll go through a couple more names here shortly. Let me just finish going through the indexes here. IWM, the small caps, Russell 2000, starting to make its way to the top of the range that we're trading in here between 96.25 or so and 100. If we break over 100 on some nice volume, all right, and then we take out this little high up here around 138 cents, we could get a nice little continuation, all right, off of this index here, and looking for it to make another leg up. So keep an eye on the 100 level on the IWM. The IWM is definitely going to be the go-to index if the indices start to rally together. This one has held up pretty well and has consolidated pretty nice, not choppy as some of the other indices, I would say. So keep an eye on this one here. All right, gold, GLD. Gold got smashed today. If we take a look at my chart here, my futures, gold futures are trading at 1367. They hit a low today of 1360. All right, I've been preaching to you guys to stay away from the gold. There's nothing there unless you're trying to short it, or you see a gold miner that's weak, and those gold miners, they got smashed today, so that was some good trading ideas. But gold looks like it wants to break down possibly tomorrow. If it breaks below this 131 level, we could get a big wide range bar to the downside in gold. Taking a look at the chart here, to me, this pattern looks like an inverted cup and handle pattern, all right, which is a bearish pattern. So again, watch gold below 131 and holding, or better yet, below 130.48, which is a low that we made back here in April, on April 15th. We break below those lows, 130.51. We could get some nice selling pressure and get a nice little continuation of this downside action that we've been getting in gold. Again, I got some levels to watch if gold continues to sell, where we could pick up some gold GLD for the cheap, but I'll go over that in the weekend review video. Silver, I'm not even going to look at silver. I am going to look at the gold miners, because the gold miners did get some nice selling pressure today. The GDX looks like it wants to head back down towards that 2632 level. You can see here for the past 5 sessions, the GDX has been holding above 28, and then today we got a break below 28, and we got a confirmation close below 28, and we had these moving averages that were holding at some nice resistance. So this looks like it wants to go back down to 2632, and we had a nice little volume pop that came in today. Hence, you see today we saw some nice selling in the gold miners. Take a look at GG. GG was down 68 cents today, down close to 2.5%. This thing looks like it wants to go lower. All right, this one as well has been broke support of the past 4 days. That was holding up here above this 2750 level. That stock is looking weak. Newmont Mining got smashed today. Probably one of their weaker ones out there. This one was actually down 2.5%. It was actually down more, but they bought it off the lows. But this one was down a lot today. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart. All right, you got a nice little capitulation type of trade here. Nice little volume going off there. So again, gold miners, unless you're selling them, there's no reason to be looking for them as bargain prices right now, because they look like they still have some sellers in them. Let's talk about crude oil. All right, CL. All right, crude oil has been getting that nice bullish momentum that we've been highlighting to you guys for the past 3 weeks or so. Ever since we recognized this $92 a barrel level was holding. All right, and we broke this trend line and we got back above 94. That was a sign that, all right, crude's actually holding a nice bid. And ever since then, from 94, this thing has gone up to the top of the range, 98, and now, if it could continue to close above 98, we're going to be looking for a move up here towards 100. And then if it breaks over 100, if it breaks over 101, this thing you can start taking off as buyers are going to possibly start piling in. And again, if the economy is not growing, why is crude going up? It could be moving higher from the tensions from overseas, or some other things that we don't see happening right now. So all in all, the commodities looking real bullish right now. If it holds this 98 bid, I would say closes above 98 at the end of this week. You want to make sure you keep an eye on it for it next week, because it could get a nice pop, as some traders are probably most likely waiting for some confirmation closes above 98 before they feel a little bit more confident that it's actually going to go higher. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some stocks now, real quick here. We had some strong stocks in the market today. Energy stocks were pretty strong. Energy sector did pretty well. MRO, this one's highlighted here on my scanner, and this one did pretty well today. Keep an eye on this one for tomorrow. Looks like it wants to head back up towards 36.66. We traded SLB in the trading room today. We actually posted the trade on Facebook. So again, if you're not following us on our Facebook page, go to Wall Street Trading on Facebook, and you can see some of the trades that we put on throughout the day. I've been making sure that I be a little more active on the Facebook page. I'm working on this education course, and once I'm finally done with this, I'll be able to start devoting more of my time again back into the chat room, back into getting these little webinars and videos going again, so bear with us over here. But either way, SLB looks pretty good. It's breaking back over the 200-day moving average. If this thing triggers over today's highs, over 74.62, it can maybe start making its way up towards the 75, 74 level, which is the 100-day simple moving average. So that's a strong stock. I see RRC on my screener as well. This is a natural gas stock, energy company. This one looks pretty good. Some nice strong candles here with some volume in it. 2 confirmation higher closes. With natural gas trading pretty strong as of late, you want to make sure you watch this level. This thing looks like it wants to go towards 82. Definitely looks like it's going to be in play a little bit tomorrow, even though it had these 2 up days here. It looks like it has a little bit more juice in it. So that's the stock that's moving. We had some, those tech stocks that moved pretty well today. Google was up 1.62%. Verizon was up 1.66%. DirecTV was up a lot. Google, finally broke over this 890 level. It looks like it wants to go back up towards these highs up here at 920. Again, the technology sector is where you want to be. There's still a lot of room to the top side in some of these tech stocks. So you definitely want to be focusing on some of these tech stocks. We had some nice movement in some of these conglomerates, UTX, Triple M, DHR, but most of all GE. GE finally broke above this little resistance that it's been holding since back here in February, I would say, around this 23.88 level, call it 24. We finally broke above 24. Nice wide range bar. Stock looks like it should continue higher. It may have a pause day tomorrow, all right, but definitely something you want to keep on your radar. Take a look at the 60-minute chart. It went up the whole day. So you don't want to buy it around the open tomorrow. You maybe want to wait for a little pullback and try to buy in the afternoon or something like that. We'll see how that sets up. But definitely a stock that we'll be keeping on our radar to track tomorrow. The banks were up, 0.5%. Bank of America was up 45%. 0.45%, excuse me. 0.5% pretty much. JP Morgan up 0.5%. Citigroup was pretty strong today. Right, you can see Bank of America is holding that 13 level. Pretty nice. We want to keep an eye on that. Citigroup, all right, had a nice little move today. One of the stronger banks out there. It was up 1.32%. All right, still needs to get back above these moving averages here. But, the banks have been pretty quiet lately, so you want to focus more on the energy sector a little bit. Some of these industrial stocks have been moving up. Some of these basic material stocks have been moving up, such as CLF. All right, X had a little bit of buying pressure in it, but CLF, has been, it's been trying to move up. Let me correct that. It's trying to carve out a bottom, pretty much. But it's been having some nice, decent up days. For example, like last week, Thursday, this was the day that we traded CLF. Never got that follow through on Friday, pause day, but you can see there's a little battle going on right here with some buyers trying to support the 1750 handle so it can possibly move back up. So this is another stock that you want to keep a close eye on. And that's about it, guys. Some nice action in the healthcare sector. So there's money moving around. You just have to make sure you're in the right stocks. And if you come, check us out at wallstreettrading.com. We'll make sure that you're in the right stocks and make sure that you're on the right side of the market. So aside from that, folks, have a great day. Again, if you're interested in joining our prop firm, contact me at ccooperwallstreettrading.com. I'll be happy to explain the details to you a little bit more. If you don't know what the prop firm, what the prop firm is, or what the whole industry, how it works, I could definitely run that by you and let you know how this whole industry works and stuff. So have a great day, folks. It's been a long day over here. Take care. Cheers.